The Crash Course Podcast is brought to you in part by DerbyParts.com, Smashmaster Derby Parts, and Derby Inc. magazine. Live it, breathe it, be it, Derby Inc. The Wadena Grand Slam, August 16th, Wadena County Fairgrounds, Wadena, Minnesota. And the Keystone Nationals, a Bo Lockwood Motorsports production, July 19th at the Jefferson County Fairgrounds in Brookville, Pennsylvania. This is the Crash Course Demolition Derby podcast, recorded live at the FingerLakes1.com studios in downtown Seneca Falls, New York. And now your host, Chris Marquardt.
Everybody does love that, don't they?
It's going to be hard to get rid of that.
Oh,
that one.
yeah, it's going to be tough.
You're going to have something cool to put on there.
I got my fingers crossed.
That's
we're going to be back down there.
That's like $300 worth of tire, rim, tube, probably double. Hitting about a $600 alcohol carburetor. So yeah.
We got a full house tonight. Lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. Lots to do tonight. Lots of drawings and stuff that we got to get through. We're going to be getting in touch with some of the folks from Keystone Nationals here in just a few minutes, but I wanted to touch on some of the stuff that was going on here locally over the course of the weekend. Brian Tompkins here with us in studio. We also got Josh Decker and Ben Host here. We had a pretty good weekend. I think since last Saturday, not this Saturday past, but going back to the Saturday before, I was at Derby Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. So Sunday I didn't do anything. I didn't even unload my car from Penn Yan Saturday. I just left it all there. Leave it there.
I got a hold of Josh. I had to get a couple of axles from him. I said, hey, can I come down Sunday and look? I'm sleeping until 9 o'clock. So I got to his house, 11:30, 12 o'clock. They're in the process of dragging a car out in the front yard. He's like, dude, I've been working since 7:30. So, and he did. He looked exhausted, just beat. He's like, I've ran 3 derbies this week.
I was exhausted.
Then he had to take the family to a birthday party.
I didn't realize you were up that early when I messaged you. I didn't realize you were already up. I thought I'd woke you up.
Usually you wake me up.
I do. I'm not
about
gonna lie.
5 days a week. No, you don't. I'm usually up. But no, I told Brian, don't come because I'm sleeping in, and it didn't happen. It did not happen.
So last night, 9:30, I texted him and I said, hey, by the way, I thought you were sleeping till 9. It was my plan. It didn't work out.
How'd date night go?
It was good. We had a good time. I needed a day to not even
15-year anniversary or something?
Yeah, it's actually we're a couple days away from it, but 15 years.
Dude, how's she put up with you? Seriously.
Sometimes I ask myself that. I really do. Especially this time of year. I literally go home, change my clothes, go outside in the garage. I'm there till midnight. I woke up at 7:30 the other day because I had no kids. I rolled out of bed at 7:30. She's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "No, yeah." I was out torching, grinding, welding it. So, I was pulling motor by 8.
But I called him so that we could figure out. We needed to know Miss Katie's birthday, so that we could. TSA was wondering perhaps they're gonna have a cake. I don't know what their plan is. But we had to load all that stuff so that we could book our flights to Wadena.
Nice.
I don't know if you noticed, but the Wadena list is up. They got eight teams have been released on Week Crash.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I got some pictures. Kurt Zacharias won a derby over the weekend.
Nice. T-Bird?
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was. Not in the picture.
There were so many derbies. My Facebook
Clarkie
was...
came close too.
Yeah, third.
I think he got Mad Dog or something too, didn't he? He had a nice trophy. I see.
Yep. Down in WeGo Friday, they had the V8s, and they had the small cars, $2,000 to win. Mike Smith ended up winning the $2,000 to win portion of that, and then Rich Predmore with a '67 Imperial. Not just any Rich Predmore, the Rich Predmore. He won with a '67 Imperial, and he was sending stuff. Josh Decker found out about that.
I got a couple shots on him.
Josh was leaning over the passenger seat, waving to him, pointing to the fender, saying, "Hit it again."
I did wave him on. It's like, you come on, buddy. But the crazy thing is everyone else was in junk, like Caprices and junk, and here's a fresh 67. Yeah, it was junk, dude. And what did I do? Right off the line, boom, right against 67. And as soon as he moved, boom. I mean, I stayed on him all night because I did not want any bad shots. That
car, you did a really nice job building that car because I looked at that a little bit from a distance when I came down. But I mean, the back end folded up nice. The front end looks tough.
It looked great. When I was in Massachusetts, everyone was saying, and let me just say, I cut a small notch out of my first notch, and then I actually heated and dimpled my second notch, okay? Yeah. When I got to Massachusetts, everyone was saying, what the hell? This is going to bend all funky. You didn't cut your first notch deep enough. Well, I'm looking at their cars. They're literally cutting them to the bottom of the rail. I mean, they're taking chunks out. Yeah, they're going to bend up, but I said they're
going to rip off.
You have no strength.
Yeah.
And Gully looked at mine and we talked about it and we had pros and cons and Gully's like, just try it. I think it's going to work. And I got to say, I was really impressed with how it rolled up. Yeah,
it looked good.
Yeah, I mean, I got lucky probably, but
luck's a big part of it, man.
I liked how it rolled, and that's exactly how I'm going to do my next one. Notch the first and dimple the second. But
If you're silly enough to build another 80s Caprice.
fucking junk. They're junk.
I had no derbies. I was derbyless in the weekend. It was a basketball tournament.
Hey, we're going to Brookville this week.
You are.
Or you're not?
You're not going? No. Brian might be going.
It's going to be so awesome.
When is that?
Saturday. Keystone Nationals.
Come on, man.
Keystone Nationals.
I got a car 99% back together. I got to see what happens Thursday
All right.
night.
I got.
Well, I'll be praying for you.
Thanks.
I was gonna go, and
You're not going to come cheer us on?
I cannot go any place on Saturday besides the Keystone.
No,
Nationals.
Thursday.
I don't have,
Thursday.
Thursday probably. I don't know. No, I don't know. I got to see what my grandmother passed away Monday, so
Sorry to hear that.
the calling hours are Wednesday in Pennsylvania, and then the funeral's Thursday back in Pennsylvania. So I don't really know what the plan is for middle of this week. But yes, Waterloo is this week. Hemlock's tomorrow.
Hemlock is a show that everyone drives like crazy.
Seneca County
Yeah.
is Thursday and Saturday. So I mean, those guys are going to be busy. We got Steve Bucknam is with us right now. He's down trackside at the Keystone Nationals, just kind of going to give us a little bit of a recap of what's going on down there, and then we're going to get into the heat draws. We got some other stuff we got to talk about with Brian France and Jerry Ott coming away with wins. Both of you guys were in competition. But Steve, how things looking down there?
Oh, things are looking real good here at the Keystone Nationals, man. The fairgrounds is fired up and ready to go, and the weather is looking awesome for this weekend.
Better than what we got here. We had funnel clouds, so as long as there's no funnel clouds down there, we'll be good.
Well, we did have tornado warnings yesterday, and things got a little sketchy for a few minutes, but it's beautiful now, and it's looking good for the rest of the week.
At this point, there's like 65 drivers entered for the limited weld group. There's going to be something around 16 cars per heat, 4 heats, and $7,500 on the line for the winners. I mean, the entry list has not been made public yet. The heat draw tonight is going to be based off of numbers. There's how many different states are represented? You told me earlier, and I forgot.
That's still fun.
Yeah, right now we've got 8 states represented and Canada. Now
So-
we are truly an international show.
hey, Siopa's brought some overseas sand back.
Yes,
with
they
him.
did. I see that. Todd walked into the There's a picture of Todd just shopping sandbags for his
Bags of
vacation.
sands.
That's funny. Actually, yeah, I did see that.
That's awesome.
I did see that.
But I mean, that many states and everything. So the car numbers could come from anywhere. So you're left to your own decision whether you're going to assume that's the car number you recognize or somebody else. And I was asking questions earlier, hoping to get some sort of inside track, like there was a 00 entered. And Steve even told me, he goes, "You can guess whatever you want." I'm like, thanks for the inside scoop
Yeah,
on
you
it.
know, a lot of shows they pre-publish their drivers list, and we did that with our stock class. But there were several drivers in the limited weld class who, for whichever reason, preferred that things stay quiet. Some it's due to their location. They feel like, if they're from a certain place, they might get picked on if they come here. Others, they just like the mind game of no one knowing who's going to be running against them. So for our heat draws tonight, we've sent you all the car numbers.
Yep.
We went through the drivers list. There was a couple of numbers that repeated, so I actually contacted those drivers today and got some number changes and some additions to straighten that all out. So, you can go ahead and speculate what number might be what person, and you might be right.
Well, the third one on the list is 2R, and since we have Mike DiFrischia scheduled for the back half of the show, I'm pretty sure that's him.
He picked up a win over the weekend.
He did.
Yeah.
I am familiar that he runs that number.
Yeah.
Still nothing.
Is there a 21X on the list anywhere?
I didn't see one.
I'm running the stock show.
Just checking.
I'm running the stock
And
show.
that list's already published.
Oh, all right.
Which Mad Mike is building my
Yeah.
car also.
And
The 422 will be under a car.
422.
Pete Hansen is the defending winner of this. Now they've gone through the rule change. Is going to be limited weld format, and the response has been pretty good, really.
Yeah, really solid response. I mean, Bo opened up the entries, I believe, in January 1st. The stock class was completely full by January the 17th. Since then, there's been a little bit of shuffling. As you heard Josh mention that he's going to be running the stock class. There was a driver in the stock class that dropped out. Bo went through the driver list. There was actually 2 other drivers who had entries submitted prior to Josh, and both of them had found other shows to run their cars at. So then Josh got the call, and he's in.
Mad Mike, thank you.
So so it was a legit process, Josh.
No, absolutely.
You're not special.
No. I made sure of that. I don't want anybody even thinking that. I said to Bo, like, please make sure it's legit. But I want to run his show.
Well,
shut up.
There was rumors there was some rumors of some strings being pulled, but I don't want to. I don't want to insinuate.
I wouldn't
anything.
even want that. I wouldn't even want that at all.
Ben,
but I am excited to run it.
You going down, or no?
I was supposed to.
Just say yes.
Just go. You gotta go.
I'll drive you.
Just go. You know how upset Peggy's gonna be if we do a podcast without you on it?
Fact.
How am I going to be doing a podcast if I was going to be inspecting cars?
That's for you to figure out.
We'll get you.
Because I'm here to tell you, you ain't going to be able to. You're not taking no cameras in an inspection line.
We're gonna set up a table right next to inspection, just like we did in Ohio.
Ain't going to happen.
We're gonna podcast.
We'll put on the rollers.
We're gonna do a show under the ramp.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
All of a sudden, it'll go to blue screen.
Blue screen.
Go under the car, blue screen.
Yeah.
Back out, blue screen.
Ben's face gets red.
What else? What's going on down there today? You said you had to be at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, we've got Quad Wars racing here today. Basically what that is they've got some pro team guys on four-wheelers that come down, and they've got two different teams. They kind of battle it out, and they'll run some heats in a feature here tonight. These guys travel all up and down the East Coast. They travel into Pennsylvania, so it makes for a pretty good show. And then to include the locals, they're actually doing four-wheeler drag racing with the local racers tonight. So the locals can bring their quad out or their four-wheeler, and they'll do some drags here on the main stretch in front of the grandstands. It'll be pretty neat.
I remember when they used to do those drag races in Seneca County. That was fun.
Yeah.
Remember that?
No.
I've got a list here because I am kind of filling in for Bo here tonight. He's doing a bunch of different stuff for this show. He's been running around. You remember when we went to Minnesota and Randy's phone kept ringing like every 5 seconds?
Don't recall.
That's been Bo here since I got here. I mean, his phone, he couldn't even take it off the charger because it dies that fast.
Wow.
It's been pretty crazy. But I have a list of things I want to touch on. I have a short amount of time here. We have a bunch of vendors coming to this show. One neat thing that Bo did, because he is all about giving it back to the drivers, he didn't charge an exorbitant vendor fee for vendors that come here. What he did is he told the vendors, you're welcome to come vend here, and I want you to choose a younger driver at this show and cover their entry fee.
Wow, that's cool.
Really,
Yeah.
So really the vendor fee is $50, but the vendor is going to take that $50 over to the pit area of the driver that they choose and hand them the $50 to cover their entry fee.
That's cool.
That's very cool. Good idea.
Yep.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that, and Bo's really been taking a lot of steps to kind of give back towards the drivers, and that's one way he did it. And we do have Jerry's Derby Cars, Jerry Machowka from Mansfield, Ohio. He was here last year. He does like custom Hot Wheel cars, custom Derby car keychains and stuff. And he'll be back with a great selection of stuff that he's going to have here. And we expect a bunch of other vendors. I know DK Derby Company will have some tires. They talked about being here on We Crash. Crash and Bash Cheese will be here with their regular lineup of shirts. Mike DiFrischia with Mad Mike's Derby Shop will have stuff here to vend. And we also will have Demo Derby Masters. And that's a new derby vending company, but the parent company is Kaiser Manufacturing from Michigan.
Yep.
And they're a race car vendor. They've been now performance parts for years, and now they're getting into the derby scene. So we're excited to have all of them here for sure.
There's a lot of talk going on around Kaiser because a lot of their designs are awful similar to other designs that are out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how things go with the derby world. I mean,
Yeah. No question there.
That's a tough thing, you know.
stuff gets made.
When somebody makes something and copies something to a T, I mean, should people have to change it a little bit, or is it the American way to just literally take something and make that exact goddamn thing? I mean,
in racing, that's how they do it.
Does it?
I mean,
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, it's just you know what? Grab the cord and rip it off, man.
Yeah, and all you gotta do is just change something by about an eighth of an inch.
But they don't even change that.
Tell them to go take a flying leap because it's not the same. You know.
The thing I will say, I'm not going to trash talk any particular names or anything like that, but there's a vendor that's actually a very big vendor right now who got their start in kind of the exact same way. And when they first launched, all anyone said was, all he did was copy our stuff. So I'd say just give them a chance. Let them prove themselves or not, and we'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
Hey, you know what? Supply and demand. If one supplier can't get it, then the next
Next one will.
That's right.
Well, here's a question: like, does let's say a company makes something in less quality, and they say this is as good as blah.
Well, then that's your fault, because when it fucks up, then it ain't the same.
But then aren't you burning drivers? Yeah, 7 second delay that.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you're absolutely right. No, I know. It sucks because I think that might happen a little bit where people think they're getting a tier 1 quality product, but it's not, and there's no way to tell the difference because looking at them, they look identical. I mean, I deal with that in my business. It happens a lot. China makes stuff all the time that's garbage, and they market American.
It definitely won't take people long.
No.
I mean, if somebody puts a second-rate product in an advertising, it's just as good as so-and-so's, and it only takes a couple times, and the word's out.
That's true. That's a good point.
You know,
that's the thing.
Word travels fast.
Exactly.
I think with a lot of the stuff, I mean, it's it appears to be the same, but it's a little bit cheaper. And my thing has always been, why not just spend the extra money and get the name?
You get what you pay for.
I mean, that's
absolutely,
that's how I feel.
I agree with both of those things. You get what you pay for, and you know what, if you want that style, go get it from that guy.
Yeah,
it's one of the ways of doing it.
No, in sales in general, and I'm sure Josh can speak to this. I mean, there's generics of anything.
Oh yeah.
And and sometimes you're paying for a brand name, and sometimes you're paying for the additional quality. But like everyone else said, that'll work itself out in 1 or 2 runs. If the stuff isn't any good, people will hear about it really quick.
For sure.
That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point.
And there's no, Ben's over there saying there's no generic version of Mountain Dew. There's the one and the only.
Yeah, that's right.
It's got to be in a can. Can't be drinking out of the bottles.
Yeah.
Ben is nuts.
Couple more things I got to touch on before I jump off. One thing is the raffle car. We are doing a raffle car in the limited weld feature.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mid-70s clamshell wagon GM. It's got a red line engine in it. It's freshly built for this car.
Sounds nasty.
And it's outfitted with Redman Derby products as well.
Yep.
So it's going to be a good solid ride for whoever wins it, and they'll have a good run in that feature for sure. 20 cars in the feature total. We're going to take 4 cars out of each of the 4 heats, 3 cars out of a consolation. That'll make 19, and then the raffle car will make 20. All 20 people in the feature take home money. Mm-hmm. Payout is $5,000 for first, $3,000 for second, $1,000 for third,
Man.
$800 for fourth.
That's nice.
And from fifth to 20th is $400.
That's cool. That's really cool.
And that means that if you're going to buy a raffle car ticket, you might better spend $399 on it. That way you can, because you're gonna make $1 off of it.
Absolutely.
The tickets for that raffle car are $10 each, or 3 tickets for $20. And they're not just the generic roll of raffle tickets. They're actually individual tickets with names on them. So that's the only breakdown you'll have is $10 each, or 3 for $20. And we also wanted to mention that besides Crash and Bash tees, we are doing our own in-house event T-shirt. We're only making 100 of them. They're limited edition.
Cool.
They're $15 each.
Nice. Cool. I like it.
Nice.
I just want to touch on that raffle car. A friend of all of ours, Brett, one time was at a derby, and they were giving a raffle car. And this guy throws money like it doesn't mean anything. But he threw $400, and everyone was saying, "You're nuts, dude. You're nuts." And he goes, "Watch me win this thing. Wins the raffle car. Wins the derby. Win the derby."
That was with this.
Remember that?
Ford wagon.
Yeah.
Dansville.
Yeah. So you know what? And I would always say, that's crazy to do that. But that guy proved to me that day that can happen.
Jake Doyle did that once
at
in 2 seasons.
Yeah, Cuba.
He won Cuba, and the week before that, he had the spectator car, I believe, at Canandaigua, and won that one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I know a guy that did it twice. Did it once.
Did it twice in 1 year.
Did it once out in Ohio.
That's so awesome.
Ohio won in Imperial in Ohio.
Yeah,
Frank won in Ohio, and then he won years ago at the Black Rock.
Yep.
Black Rock show years and years.
Wait, Frank won and got to jump in an Imperial?
Yeah.
Frank won a raffle car.
And he drove the balls off of it.
That's what I would do.
We did that show at Black Rock years ago,
Yep.
and Ben, that was the only time that a derby car's ever been in a garage of a house that I lived in. And he had the Triple X Imperial was at my parents' house, and we were putting the decals and stuff on and getting ready to go, and your car was illegal, so you jumped in Frank's, and Frank ended up not running, and I swear on everything. I still get questions about this. That was a legit drawing, and Frank won the raffle car.
Yeah, he spent almost $400 on tickets.
He was throwing money at that car.
Yep.
That's
And
badass.
then he put his foot. They dropped the green. He put his foot on the floor and he never lifted till he got the check.
I beat it.
That was
Beat it.
That was the car I got black flagged from Seneca County.
Mm-hmm. Good old days.
Yeah.
Way back.
And actually, Brett ended up with that car. There's a long story behind that car.
That car's been through
Well,
some stuff.
we got to draw 65 names and a carburetor winner here before tonight.
Let's
so
go.
if we got time for the story, we'll hear it. But we also got to get Mad Mike too. I know you said you got to be out of here at 6:15. It's about 20 after now. You got to go do some quad wars.
Yeah, I'm actually walking through the fairgrounds as we speak, heading to the grandstands.
All right.
Last thing I had to touch on.
Yeah.
This one's extremely important, so please make sure we get it.
Yep, we got it.
6 p.m. cutoff time for inspection.
All right. Yep, we talked about this today.
If your car is not passed inspection at 6 o'clock, you do not run. And that means if you come through inspection and you didn't pass and you've had to go make repairs, you need to be past inspection by 6 or you don't run.
What time's the gates open?
8:30 in the morning.
a.m.
Oh my God, I'm not doing that. I'll be there around 3.
a.m.
About 3, 4 o'clock. I'll be there.
Excellent.
Cool. Sounds good.
The
Can't
first four numbers that are going to be drawn have to go in heats 1 and 2 because these guys are pulling double duty. Not only are they building a stock car, but they're also building a limited world car. So the event officials have asked that we draw those 4 numbers first and leave it at random whether they end up in heats 1 or 2. So we're going to put 4 chips for heat 1 and 4 chips for heat 2 in the box. So we're going to pull those first and then put all the rest of the chips in after that.
That's right.
That fair. One of those is the 2R car. Whether there's is or isn't Mike remains to be seen.
I know a couple of them. So we're not like I know a lot of the names that are going to be here. We're not throwing them out there. Is what you're saying?
You can speculate all you want.
Speculate.
You can
Well, I'm not
speculate.
speculating. Right? I know a bunch of the names.
There's some of them that you just can't miss.
Right.
So, yeah, as I said to Chris, is that you may have seen people post publicly on Facebook or on WeCrash, and if they've posted publicly, then feel free to speak about it. But
The names did not come from the Keystone Nationals in any way, shape, or form.
that's right.
I won't say any names. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want anybody upset.
Well, we know 4 for sure that are going to be
The
there.
problem is there's so many great drivers.
Yeah, there's
You want to know their names.
Like when we get to 501, I'm pretty sure I know who that is.
It's 001 and 002.
Yeah, I don't think they
I'm
care.
familiar with them. Anyways, I'll let you go do your quad wars.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man. I'll see ya. Yeah, there goes Steve, getting ready to do some quad wars down there at the Keystone Nationals. Pretty cool deal. Dave Baker, a 5-time Keystone Nationals champion, didn't even know where Penn Yan was until Tuesday when he came to watch. He brought a car back on Saturday and won the compact free for all. Got $100 for it.
That's a
Because they started he's from Lewis Run, Pennsylvania. They started the night with the 4-cylinder championship. Ran everybody. And anybody that could put their car together and come back out, no charge, come back out and run again, the winner gets $100.
Yeah, Josh Gilmartin was telling me about that at work
And I
today.
thought that was kind of cool. And Dave ended up coming away with it. Do we want to do these now? Want to get into some of these
get it
things?
over with.
Yep,
Yeah,
we
let's
got.
start zinging through them.
All right,
So what are we doing right here? You're going to pull who's in?
these are the first 4 cars in line. It's 217, 12X, 2R, and 9186. Again, we don't have the car numbers, and we're not going, or their names, and we're not going to. But these are the drivers that are doing double duty. They're running stock and limited weld. So the Keystone Nationals officials asked when we do this draw, pull them first and seed them in heats 1 or 2. All 4 could go into heat 1. All 4 could go into heat 2. But make sure there's enough chips in there that everybody can end up in either heat and let the chips fall where they may.
So when you pull a name out of this box right now, it's going to be what? The first driver in heat number 1.
First driver in heat number 2, because it's a blue chip.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I should probably tell you that. Red is heat
Yes.
1, blue is heat 2, green is heat 4, and white is heat 3. So
It's just too much shit. Just draw them out. Draw them out. Just draw them out.
I knew before we even started we were going to lose 10. There's a red one. So the 12X goes in heat 1. All right. And the 2R goes in heat 1.
Mad Mike.
And this is we assume we're going to talk to him later. We'll ask him.
We'll ask him in a few minutes.
And there's that. So we got a blue chip there for the 9186. So the first 4 drivers out of the box. 217 goes in heat 2. The 12X goes in heat 1. The 2R goes in heat 1, and the 9186 goes into heat number 2. So I got to fill this box up again. We got to do that NDC drawing tonight. Josh, you excited about that?
Oh yeah, dude. You know, I had a bunch of people like, I'm part of NDC, so am I in on this? And it's like, yes, if you signed up, you're in on this.
All you had to do was sign up. There's a couple guys that aren't going to be in on the drawing, like Chris Morcourt, Josh Decker, and some of the other founding members. They don't get in on the list.
Definitely
And
not.
I didn't put members David Gard and Jeremy Gard in on the drawing because I'm pretty sure they can have them anytime they want.
No, but I mean, we're trying to give back to we're trying to give back the average driver here.
My mom wants to win it.
She already said
that
she's
would
giving
be
me
awesome.
it. She said to me, Josh, I'll give it right to you as soon as I win.
I think she should sell it to you.
No, give.
No, sir.
I'll put her name on it.
I'll build the Crown Vic.
All right, so car number 501 gets a white chip. That is heat number 3 for car 501.
501.
Car 43. Have you ever seen a car 43?
Richard
No?
Petty.
No, I know. I'm pretty sure I know who car number 43 is, but I can't say for sure. Car 43, if it is who I think it is, unfortunately you drew a green chip. That's heat number 4. Another green chip for car 57, so that's going to be heat number 4 for them. Car number 230. There's a blue chip for you, buddy. That's heat number 2 for, car number, eyes are bad, 210. Car number 210 going to heat number 2. Another green chip. Car number 117. That name should ring a bell.
Yeah.
Does it? Anybody? No. He told me after he won the Northeast Championships that he was going to maybe be going to Brookville.
Chuck.
So I don't know, but he drew heat number 4 there. Car number 3, red chip. That's heat number 1 for car number 3.
Can I stop you real quick?
Yeah.
After heat number 4, the show's going to run heat 1, 2, 3, 4, probably to start the night off.
Right.
Then what? Then they're going to run a bunch of events. I'm just wondering, the guys that are running heat 4, are they really at a disadvantage or not so much? No?
Probably not.
No.
I mean, not as much.
No.
They,
They're supposed to have an
if I recall, they do an impound process
Yeah,
too.
that's what I was going to ask if they did an
cool,
impound
cool.
like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys run. That's
no,
cool.
they do.
Big Show's got to do that.
Yeah,
I love that,
yeah,
actually.
that's awesome.
Cool.
Evens it
Very
out.
cool.
Car 628 also going to be heat number 1. This one's interesting. Car X2C,
Huh.
heat number
XTC, okay.
heat number 3.
There are many of them running around.
Yeah.
That one sort of stands out in the crowd, doesn't it? Another first heat for car number 31. I hope these guys are listening and they're sitting at home excited about it. Blue
People
chip
swearing right now.
for, for heat 13. For car number 13, heat number 2 for number 13. Again, I wish I knew who some of these drivers' names were because we'd be
Well, it
able
would
to
be
talk.
really cool to be like Siopas versus Pete versus you know,
Car number 18 draws heat number 1.
because there's some really good drivers.
Yeah, there is.
It's gonna be such an awesome show.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Actually, Ben, come on.
Moonshine, heat number 4.
Moonshine.
Car number
Huh.
Moonshine.
Huh.
392 has a red
Four's
chip.
tough.
That might be from the south.
Right.
More speculation. Car 201 has a white chip. That's heat 3.
Today I seen the Dandy Mini Mart selling moonshine.
Yeah, but it's
See
not the
that?
real stuff.
No. Which made me laugh.
5150 also going to be in heat number 3.
5150.
Don't know that.
Do you?
I don't. All I do is there's a Van Halen album, but
Car 324 is going to be in heat number 4. Green chip. Car 1/4, 1/4. I don't know if that's code for 14 or not. So
No.
speculate as you want, but
Is it quarter?
yeah, it's quarter.
Yeah.
And this is 3/8. 3/8 is going in heat number 2.
Fractions, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple guys down in Woodstock, Virginia that are in fractions. 1 9/16, 1
There's a lot of
3/16.
guys in Ohio that are fractions.
Green chip for car number 21. Not you.
No,
Not you.
it's not.
Not you. Car
I
number
wish.
21 has a green chip.
I'd get housed out
That
there
is,
in that class.
That's
No.
heat number 4.
No, yes, I would. Ben, you've seen my stuff.
No.
Car 313, red chip,
if you didn't build 40 cars in a year, maybe
I
you
need to
could
stop, please. Someone stop my day.
heat 1. Car 00.
Bad news.
I don't believe
It's
it
not.
is. I don't think
not. No,
I was at his garage. Trust me. It's not him.
car 00 is going to heat number 3. Car 3-10 going to heat number 3. I wonder if some of these guys sent their entries in together and now they're in the same heat. You know what I mean?
That'd be
Another white chip for car 67. I'm pretty sure I know who that is, but again, I haven't seen enough of it on Facebook to be able to talk about it. I'll get in trouble with the Keystone Nationals guys. We've only got the numbers. We can't say the names. Car number 76. You're gonna be happy about being in early heat. Number 2. And Anarchy. I've had an in-car camera on this guy before. He does pretty well. And that's heat number 3 with a white chip. Car number 2, not 2R, just plain number 2, gonna be in heat number 4. 7R. Steve Payne 7X, so we know that's not him. He's in the first heat. Heat 1.
Steve will be busy Saturday night.
Yeah. Got his 90th career win. Did you see that?
My brother's one away from 50.
Car 27X gets a blue chip. Heat 2. B17. I'm not sure. I don't remember who's in this car, but I'm pretty sure I like it. I like the B17 number. Going to go to heat number 3, B17 with a white chip. Car 427, blue chip. Heat number 2 for him. Psycho. Psycho is in heat number 3 as well. Heat number 3's got to be pretty much full at this point, man.
Same with 4.
709 is going to heat number 2. 004 kind of makes you wonder who's going to be in the wheel of that one, just because it kind of matches some of the other ones. But again, we don't know because all we have is the car numbers. Heat number 4 for 004. Number 11 also going to be in heat number 4. Number 19 next in line going to be in heat number 1. Red chip for them. And car 25, another one for heat number 4. Again, it's going to be 16 car heats. It's going to be busy, and they're only
16 car heats.
Yeah,
Dude,
blue chip.
Hard night to get through, man.
Car 717.
Whoever's going to win is going to earn that.
Car number 9.
Damn,
Green one.
cars in heat.
Green one for car number 9. That's heat 4. Heat 15 or car 15 goes to heat number 1. Red chip for them. Car 14.
Huh.
Oh.
Well, whoever car 14's in, you're in heat number 4.
Wow. He won't be out of the show again.
Yeah, he might be mad.
Damn.
I mean, you're watching me draw. I'm not. Car 215 is going into heat number 3. Come on now. And car 220 is going to be in heat number 2. Car 001, heat number 2.
We know who that might be.
They're all over the place.
And car 002 is in heat 4.
Ooh.
So 501 is in heat 1, 001 is in heat 2, and 002 is in heat 4. Car 505
They're spread out.
is in heat 2. Car 200 gets a green chip. That's heat 4.
Ooh. The old 200.
203 is a white chip. That's heat 3. Car 164. Green chip. Heat 4. 13H. Red chip. Heat 1. Car 834. Green chip. Heat 4. Car 110. Car 110 gets a blue chip. That's heat 2. I'm running out of these things in here. Heat 3 for car 412. Any of these numbers ringing bells to anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Heat 3 for car 08.
Mm-hmm.
Car 169 gets a red chip. Heat 1. PGH 412. Heat 3. Car 84.
That number rings a bell.
Yeah,
Wait, wrong sport. Never mind.
that's Thursday nights.
Sorry.
Car 524 goes into heat number 2. Car 523 into heat number 2. Car 44C is in heat number 1. And car 412K is in heat number 1, which means the last one is for Lancey, and he's going to be in heat number 4. That's everybody.
Can I just throw this out there? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I know we're winging this here, but maybe by the end of the show, could you just hold that piece of paper up so, like, the drivers at home could see,
Yeah.
okay, here's 3, here's 3. Because then in their head, they could go, like, number 67's in my heat, 42. Then they have to go home and think about who those numbers are. Like, you really screw some guys' heads overnight.
Dude, right, it's going to turn into the NFL draft.
What I've got.
It's gonna, phones are going to be ringing.
This is what I've got.
Dude, you told me you were running this number. You're not running that number.
Now, right, exactly. How many of these guys actually turned in fake numbers? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or here's the thing: here's another wild card, right? Okay, we just went through and we assigned every entered car number a heat. We have the order at which everybody was entered. We have the order off to the side with the Keystone Nationals guys of who wants to get in. There's the wait list. So car drops out, first wait list guy moves into that slot. We have the order. So basically, if this car drops out, the car that's on the wait list inherits that heat spot.
Right.
Right? So, I mean, that's... Right now, all I have is this. I have this. I took the notes as we went. I've got this chart right here that I'm going to fill out and get up there later on so that everybody knows it, because I got to let Bo know who's where. So that information is going to be out there here before too awful long. But that's it. That's the heat draw. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get Mike DiFrischia on the phone. We're going to, after that, we're going to draw a carburetor for Gard, from Gard Speed Shop and Distributor.
Nice.
So that's it. He drawn the book. Wish we could have had Bo or somebody on here with us, but they stuck to their guns, and I like how they kept it anonymous. I hope it wasn't too boring for everybody.
You know what we should do next time? Let's get a big board. And then we'll have some ladies here that'll pull, and we'll have all these numbers on a cardboard.
No ladies.
Okay, we'll have Ben. We'll have Ben. Fine, Ben.
Why are you calling me a lady?
Why you
go there? Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Smart
The
board.
new rules are just right. Set aside July 19th for the reinvented Keystone Nationals. Again this summer, Bo Lockwood will host the Keystone Nationals at the Jefferson County Fairgrounds in Brookville, Pennsylvania. A revamped rulebook will help welcome an all-star field as a limited well division takes center stage and a feature paying $5,000 to win. Pre-entries for the stock division are already full. For more details, join the Keystone Nationals community online at www.facebook.com/Keystone Nationals. Once again, the Keystone Nationals, July 19th, 2014 at the Jefferson County Fairgrounds, Brookville, Pennsylvania. Total Destruction Demo Productions is primed for an explosive 2014. Based out of Trumansburg, Steve Manshaki and Lead Inspector Ben Hoff have a busy summer with 4 epic events over 7 nights scheduled all over New York State. The schedule starts with the Spring Fling in Morris, New York, June 14th. Total Destruction then hosts 2 nights of carnage at the Ontario County Fair in Canandaigua, New York, July 22nd and 26th. Then the grueling Double Down follows with the Otsego County Fair in Morris planned for July 31st and August 3rd, and the Franklin County Fair in Malone set for August 2nd and 4th. For more details, visit www.totaldestructiondemo.com or call 607-769-6820. O'Reilly Auto Parts proudly presents the Plymouth County Fair July 26th, Lamar's, Iowa. Promoter Brandon Tyson has teamed with Ultimate Derby to bring a national level to one of the most aggressive and largest county fairs in the Midwest. 3,000 to win modified, 1,500 to win stocks, and 1,000 to win compacts. Passengers are welcome if you dare to ride along. The event is streamed free to the public online with 10,000 people. All courtesy of O'Reilly Auto Parts. The Plymouth County Fair, July 26th, Lamar's, Iowa. Online at www.plymouthcoderby.com. That's www.plymouthcoderby.com. The Seneca County Fair will be held Thursday, July 17th and Saturday, July 19th in Waterloo, New York. The 2-day format includes something for everyone with a taste for elimination motorsports. Thursday's card is headlined by the Junk Run, allowing S10 Blazers, Rangers, minivans, Jeeps, and Ford Explorers. The card will include qualifying, advancing full-size competitors to Saturday's full-size championship, and then it will kick off with the 4-cylinder figure 8 races. Championship night is July 19th. A full menu of qualifying heats for full-size cars will set the field. Then the 4-cylinder one and done will crown the 2014 small car champion. The night concludes with the full-size championship action, with winners representing Seneca County at the New York State Fair Championship, Labor Day weekend in Syracuse, New York. That's the Seneca County Fair, July 17th and 19th. To learn more, visit the fair online at www.senecacountyfairny.com. The Wadena Grand Slam will be the premier team format derby this summer at the Wadena County Fairgrounds, Wadena, Minnesota. A minimum of $4,000 awaits the one-day team format champions, with at least $800 also being paid to the winners of the Chain and Go trucks, compact trucks, and compact car divisions. The Wadena Grand Slam Team Derby, presented by Performance Rear Ends, Double Diamond Motorsports, and Custom Car Crushing and Recycling, starts at 2 p.m. August 16th. For rules and information, visit www.wadenacountyfair.com.
And we're back. We got to get Mike DiFrischia on the phone here momentarily.
Dude, I was so close to getting Ben to teach me. Ben was just about to let out a trick, and then he's like, and we're back. Oh, dude, you had me in suspense.
Talk to Pete. He had a Grand Fury wagon that was pretty tough in the
I
back.
heard how he did that. But is that how you're saying do that?
No.
No, he's saying something different. I'm listening on it when we get done.
May have to have a cocktail.
Did you see me? I'm like, go ahead, tell me. How do you do this?
Talk amongst yourselves. I got to get him on the phone.
Yeah, no, it's...
Can't.
Mike,
Some of those things can't talk about.
What were you about to say? Ben?
Nothing?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Nope, not even close, huh?
No.
Didn't even think about it.
No, I gotta watch my. I already dropped an F-bomb. I gotta watch myself.
Well, don't let that be the reason why you don't want to shout. Pretty sure Mike Brown was sitting at home thinking, "Ooh, Ben Hoff's about to give me a tip."
Yeah, Mike Brown's laughing. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll junk all those Mopars.
You remember a couple weeks ago I said something about baggers, like I like baggers? When I was thinking like Mike Brown's going to hate me. Well, as soon as I got out of here, I checked my phone and Mike Brown's like, what are you, Sally, saying you like baggers and stuff? I was like, oh, jeez. No, I can't ever say it again.
He's just awesome.
No.
We should go out there and just hang out with him for
Oh,
like a
definitely.
weekend.
And they look like they have awesome times at their derbies.
Yeah.
They look
Yep.
like they have so much fun out
Yep.
there. I'd like to go.
Congratulations! Did we mention that Mike won Trumbull County?
Yeah.
We got him on the line here.
Congrats, buddy.
Nice.
Good run.
No steering for how long? 20 minutes, you said?
Yeah, I ran about 20 minutes with no steering. I broke my own steering, ramped up on the back of another car.
Wow.
That's no good.
That's
Never good. You don't want to do it to yourself.
Yeah, he was running real low in the ass end, and I was running kind of high in the front, and I come up over him and busted my steering box in half. So
That wasn't the picture of that yellow
I-
Vic, was it?
No.
The yellow car? Or no?
yeah, yellow. Yep.
Yep.
Chad
Yeah, there's a
Dyer.
picture of the
There's a
Facebook.
picture of it online. It
Yeah.
was like, he was pretty low. It looked like he jacked right up on him.
Yeah, you were up on their ways too.
You know, it really, like, I think I said this before on here, but, like, I think it really shows a great driver when someone can go that long without steering and win a derby. Not only because you made it that long, but think of all of us that have driven have had issues in a car. Sometimes you give up, or sometimes you come so stressed out, it's like, fine, fuck it. And to think that Mike went for 20 minutes literally fighting that car and then still pull out a victory, like, to me, that really shows a great driver.
Yeah, 'cause a lot of guys just get frustrated and you'll
Shut
see
it off.
You'll see him just spin the wheel.
Yeah, yep,
and,
pissed.
And to me, if I'm in a car, I'm like, oh, you're going to get put somewhere where you don't want to be, and then just leave him alone, you know?
Yep.
You know, Jimmy Johnson said that when he runs Spring Explosion, I think he lost steering. Maybe it was Mayhem. But he would
Mayhem.
every time he steered, he would act like it just so other drivers didn't catch on.
Right.
And I said, boy, you know, not something I thought about, but that's the
Yeah.
next level of
Yeah.
good driving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. But
Yeah, I definitely got frustrated a little bit, but I just kept on going. So
congrats, Mike. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's
I know
awesome.
That's
you've been
awesome.
having some bad luck, like a lot of guys lately, and it's cool to see you pull a W off after having a couple bad weekends. You know.
yeah, this year's been nothing but bad luck. It just seems like everything we touches goes wrong, but it's getting better.
Now you got your fleet of cars ready for this weekend?
No. The car I won with was a car I was supposed to be taking to Limited Weld. So we got some work to do. The last 7 or 8 hits, my tranny was busted in half.
Yeah.
But it stayed together long enough to keep moving, but it broke the bell housing completely in 2 pieces.
Wow. And
You
stay
could run-
together.
Well, you could run a trans brace that show, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, you're allowed a trans brace over at Brookville, so.
Mike, were you seeing fluid dumping out of it, or was it just the case was
Well,
broke?
no, it was. I probably ran 4 or 5 minutes with the tranny broke, but I knew something was going on. I thought my drive shaft was hitting. I kept hearing a clunk, 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 clunk.
Yeah.
And once I had a minute to kind of look around, I seen the bell housing was broke completely in half. I couldn't believe it was still moving.
Wow.
But it was.
So right there at that moment, you start horsing on it trying to finish that derby, or did you start babying it? What was your game plan right there when you saw that?
I was just praying to God it stayed together. I stalled once or twice there, and I knew it was just a matter of time. So
Yeah.
I was just praying to the Derby gods it stayed together,
Right.
That's awesome, Mike. Good for you, dude.
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
and it did. So yeah, it was a good win.
That's cool.
It's only about 20 minutes from our house here, but it's across the line, and the Ohio guys don't like us PA guys. So
Yeah.
we don't always go over and run, but I had the car built for Brookville. I said, man, 2,000, 20 minutes from home, I'm going.
Yep.
And it paid off, man.
Worth the trip.
Yeah.
You got to take a chance.
You know what you do now? Now you give like $1,000 to someone and have them build your Brookville car. So you don't have to do all that work.
Now you take $1,000 for another tranny.
Well,
Yeah.
that's true too.
Yeah,
That's true too.
along with a few other things.
Yeah.
You looking forward to this weekend at least? I mean, you excited about this show?
Oh, yeah, we're excited big time. It's definitely going to be a good show. I mean, it's for in our area of PA, it's definitely the premier show, so we're pretty excited. I mean, we're going to get something thrown together here. I mean, we got 6 days and all.
That's crazy.
Well, we just drew heats, and there was a 2R card that's registered for heat number 1. Can we guess that might be yours?
Will I say that again?
In the limited welds, we just drew for heats here, and there's a 2R card that's registered. It drew heat number 1. Is it safe to assume that's your car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can get the car together.
All right. Well, we won't hold you to it, I
Come
suppose.
together.
Hey, if you need any help building, I mean, Josh should come down and, get you tools and get you cold water and stuff to drink if you need it this week. I mean,
Shut up. But I am coming down there.
I wouldn't want him to actually touch your car, but I mean, if you need
stop it.
tools
Wow.
and drinks
That's
and
so
stuff.
mean. Like, you got room to talk. But I am going down there, Mike, on Friday. I'm actually wicked excited to come down to your shop and hang out with you guys. So please, any extra work you guys need, I'm going to be glad to jump right in and help you guys get your car done. But it'll be fun to get down
You
there.
shouldn't say that. We'll have a list on the board.
Yeah, I can't do a lot.
Then that's gonna make me want to come even more.
And that's
I
gonna-
dare you. I'll buy your hotel room. I'll buy your hotel room, and I'll buy your dinner. Come on, Ben. You can help me out a little bit.
So basically, there's going to be a Josh Decker list at the DeFrischia shop, and Josh is going to show up with Vern.
Yeah, Vern, that's just what I was going to say. Guys, this is Vern. He'll do it all. I'm just going to stand back here and watch.
Do you have reclining chairs in your That's funny. Now, Mike's got a
Whatever
cool
works,
shop,
I
so.
guess.
Yeah, no, your shop looks pretty fun. Looks like you guys always have a good time building down there, so I'm kind of excited to get down there and hang out with you guys a little
Yeah,
bit.
we try to keep it fun. You start getting too stressed out, and it's not fun no more. So
Burns you out.
when we do get too stressed out, you just got to take a moment and take a deep breath and
Yeah.
get through it. I mean, people don't realize it's not like a race car. Sometimes you build a race car and go race 6 or 7, 10 races before you got to do much to it.
Right.
With derby cars, every time you hit the track, you're coming home to fix something or build another one. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, that's a great analogy.
And this is the worst time of the year because you look in your yard, like you were at my house. I got 4 cars in line to get built. I got 3 that got to get stripped, and I don't want to do any of the work.
Yeah.
It's a tough time because you got to strip cars to get the parts out, and there's just so much work to do this time of year.
I was impressed with the number of cars you guys stripped out there in Massachusetts in about 3 hours.
That was awesome.
That was crazy.
There was
that was
about
an assembly line.
12 guys, 13 guys. We stripped 3 cars in 2 hours. Motors, trannies, rears, everything.
Man.
Boom, picked them up, moved them. It was like, man, we were kicking ass out there.
Vern was on the excavator.
Vern was rocking that
Yeah,
thing.
he had a good time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. Carney. Hopefully,
He slept the whole way home. He's like, I'm exhausted. I was like, you sat in an excavator. We were working out there.
It was funny when I was at Josh's. Vern's cousin Joe was there. Joe's a pretty big guy, and Vern's a pretty big guy.
Yeah.
And there was a kid backing up a truck and a trailer.
Their hands look like cinder blocks.
He was having a hard time getting his truck and trailer up so he could get a motor and tranny off. And I'm like, Vern, so why don't you and Joe just grab that motor and tranny and carry it in the garage? Well, we probably could.
Oh,
and I'm
definitely.
like,
I've seen him do it.
I have no doubt.
I seen Joe pick up a tranny, a 727, the tail shaft with one hand, and just grab another one, and then carries them to the junk pile. Just 2. He picked up a bench seat. I had a bench seat in the truck in back of my truck. He reaches down and grabs a bar and picks it up like this and carries this bench seat into my garage. It's like, yeah, these are my guys. God. Oh, I like you guys. You're on my team, please.
You got anybody like that, Mike? You got anybody like that, Mike?
No, we lose him.
Uh-oh.
Mike?
You lost Mike.
Mike.
Still there?
Hey, there you are.
Sorry, you're far in PA.
I'll shift there a second. Oh yeah, we got lots of guys like that.
Josh's
I
story
got
put him to
guys that
sleep.
show up. I might not see them for months. And Derby Day, they show up to help swing a hammer. And it's definitely not just done by me. I mean, I got a hell of a pit crew.
It's a necessity.
Yeah.
When you're running a bunch of shows, you can't do it yourself.
No.
No, there's just no way.
How many shows have you ran so far this year, Mike?
That was my 3rd one last night.
That's cool.
We got 7 or 8 more.
That's all.
That's it.
10 for a summer. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's
The
not
next 6 weekends, I got somewhere I'm running, so I'm busier than hell right now.
Wow.
Sales been going pretty well with the Derby, with Mad Mike's part of the deal. You keeping up on that stuff? Okay.
Yeah, we're doing good, man. We're shipping stuff out almost every day, and we're just this winter we're going to come up with some new ideas and do a few new things. And so hard. I mean, there's just everybody's thought up of, it's like where do you go next with this stuff? So we're trying to come up with some new ideas. But we've been selling a lot, and I've invested a bunch of money, and just see where it goes in the next year or two. But as of right now, we're doing good with it.
And,
Cool.
And I tell everybody to call Mike because Mike is so great. I've had a couple days I needed a battery box like right then, and I probably bought 7 from you this year. But Mike has been like the next day it shows up at my door. I mean, Mike is so fast. It's awesome. I really appreciate every time you've done that for me, and his stuff is great. Bolts right in, boom.
Yep.
So he's a great guy to deal with.
Yeah, that's one thing over the years. I myself have had problems with buying is the wait time. So we try to have everything ready so when somebody calls and orders, we can get it out literally the next day. So.
And you know how derby drivers are. We keep
Strive
saying
for.
we're going to order this. I'm going to order this, and then literally
Last
said
minute.
it's 2 weeks before the derby, and you're like, I got to get that ordered. We're all like that. So that's why I like Mike's stuff. It's built, it's ready, it ships right to your door, and it's good stuff.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, I ordered our plane tickets 5 weeks ahead of time. Did I wait did I do it too early?
No, that's good. You're ahead of the game.
I figured it'd be good to have Mike on the air when we do this drawing, seeing as how he was the first vendor to sign up as an NDC member to sign up. That
Absolutely.
wasn't within the beginning that we approached him and he said, this is a good deal. But I've got the first 150. The numbers in here sort of coordinate with the spreadsheet that I've got here. So your member number isn't necessarily the number that's going to correlate to the number that I'm drawing because we had to skip a couple people through the course of the list because they're not going to win the carburetor. Essentially, basically, it was Jeremy and David. But I got these numbers here, so I'm thinking we should probably pull one and
And we
figure
got to
out.
say thank you to the guards. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
A great idea.
Yeah.
Totally just straight up giving back to drivers, and that's
Yeah.
really what the NDC is about. And this is, I think, a really cool thing, and I can't wait to see who wins it. Lucky
I know.
guy.
I know. There's a lot of people that were wanting to make sure that they were in the
Oh,
drawing,
yeah.
that
Oh,
they were
yeah.
in it for sure. We got. Everybody has a neutral party draw. Should we have Hunter draw?
Have
Yes.
100
Yeah, have
draw.
100 draw.
100
That's a
draw.
neutral.
Pull a number. Pull a number here for me, Hunter. You don't have basketball yet. I'm glad that you're still here. All right, what you got? Let's
Josh
see.
Tucker, yeah.
Number 103.
Brian Tompkins.
So
I'll
now-
take a
You're
Mopar.
definitely not getting it. You're definitely not.
103.
If it is yours, I'm gonna be
They don't have
furious.
They don't have a Mopar one, do they?
Jeremy and I were already talking about it.
Don't stop wasting his time.
You ready for this? Talk about a guy that is going to be ecstatic that he won this. Number 103 is Joe DeCarlo in Hamburg, New York.
That's awesome.
That dude
Nice.
is going to put this thing to use.
Absolutely.
Joe DeCarlo
Very cool.
comes away. There's the ticket number in case anybody's wanting the verification. This number does not necessarily correlate with your NDC number. It has to do with the way that everything
It
broke
worked
out because of the way that the numbers of the cards were different. We had to pull some people out. Obviously, Josh and myself, we weren't going to be the drawing, so everybody's numbers were going to be altered a little bit. So, number 103, the ticket that was drawn, Joe DeCarlo. Congratulations, dude!
That is really cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
yeah, he's gonna love it. I
Yeah.
mean, and that's the kind of guys we want to give it
Because
to.
a carburetor and a distributor, I mean, that completely changes a motor.
boom,
I
done.
mean, that's
Oh, it's the hard.
the improvement. It doesn't.
It's a 2G, right?
Yeah,
So you can
I
bolt them on.
assume.
You can bolt them on a
I
360.
assume it's a 2G.
Yeah.
You can bolt them on any Chrysler.
Matter of fact, I might be doing that soon. But
No,
it was
go Holly.
it was funny last night or the last couple of days. Jeremy had a thing up where he was looking for Jeremy Gard looking for a older Ford to run. I'm like, I thought you were going to take the summer off. Well, it's just one of those quick builds. I'm just going to have a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
When is it? The 26th. I'm like, really? So between building all these motors and everything else, yeah.
You know, it's got to get tough for vendors because I can see getting caught up like Mike is trying to build cars, but also build the product. Like, which way do you go? Because
Yeah.
you want a Derby,
Yeah.
but,
then
you
you
gotta
take care of your
you
customers.
gotta
Yep, absolutely got to take care of
And
people.
I asked Jeremy, I said, do you have a spare motor laying around? Oh, no, I'm going to start the block work tomorrow, which is today, and he's going to run the car next week. So, I mean, that's...
Wait, doesn't he have a motor for it?
No, he's starting the block work today.
You can build a fresh one.
Oh, dude, how cool is that? How awesome would that be? Man.
Is that relatable, Mike? You ever been there?
Oh yeah, many times. Many a times.
That's great.
Wow.
See, that's you never get nervous because I mean, guys that run 10, 15 derbies a year, they build it right up to the right before the show. We always got time.
Yeah, that's.
We are getting. I mean, speaking on the topic of time, we're quickly running out of it. We only got about 6 minutes to go. Jerry Ott turned around for a surprise win at the Keuka Clash Tuesday at the Yates County Fair. Congratulations to him. He did an outstanding job. Scary moment happened in the course of that. Scott Kiefer went up over the wall. Josh was in action there. Brian Tompkins got introduced to Ken Swingle and Andy Wolfhanger through the course of the feature.
And Austin and Devin Manichuk.
Yes, they said hello as well. Josh jumped the front of his cart. Sure looked like Justin Gilmartin was going to win that thing. Just drove the wheels off it. Ended up having a little bit of problem with his transmission and the 6-cylinder. Lumina ended up coming home with a win. Outstanding show. Had a great time. I appreciate all those drivers' support. We did have a little bit of a scary moment, though, if it is an understatement, ever. When a Cordoba went up over the roof of Scott Kiefer's Cadillac and sheared the roof off forward over the A-pillars. The tire actually struck the back of his head, and he walked away. He was fine, completely fine. His family took a 74 Cadillac postcar. That was a hard top. Took a postcar, welded that roof onto the car, brought it back on Saturday, and that car would not die. Would not die. Tracy Young ended up third at the Yates County Fair. Brian France drove a great feature, ended up winning the thing. He was well overdue there. A lot of great runs.
He's
so
a good
he
runner,
came away with
he
the
builds
win.
good stuff.
But I mean, Zach Kiefer coming away with second place in that car after all the stuff that went on with that. It was a great week for them. Conversely, some other drivers in our area have had a very difficult week. I just want to send our condolences out to Andy Wolfhanger. A garage fire spread to his house and gutted the home. There was pretty much nothing left. And right now, we've got a couple different things that are going on. There is a benefit on the page going on through GoFundMe, and their goal is $5,000. They've got close to $1,000 already, and it's not even been 5 days. So
Right.
that's good to see that going forward. There's a bunch of drivers that have gotten together. Some of them want to stay nameless. They've asked if we could try and get the word out about this. There's a beautiful 1975 two-door Impala. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Low miles
Maroon.
car. Cold AC. It's a driver quality car.
Absolutely.
$100 a ticket. 75 tickets are going to be sold. I've started that an account where you can go buy your tickets now, so that we can at least get that ball rolling, get that going. The car is not going to be drawn until 75 tickets are sold. So if it takes us 2 or 3 weeks to get 75 tickets, we'll hold off until then. And the intention is that once we get 75, we'll cap it, and then we'll pull the winning ticket here on the show. Mike Ashman from Minnesota said that would be a real easy drive to make in a 75 Impala if I only had to pay $100 for it. So
and make that clear. This thing is so nice.
There's pictures up on the post.
Yeah, please, and we're gonna.
Oh,
do you have it?
Yeah, I already shared it.
Okay, yeah, I'll share it on mine too. This thing, I don't care if you win it and you're in California, you can drive this thing home.
Yeah.
even if you live in California, you're gonna say this thing's clean.
And that's why I tagged Troy Tag.
Yeah, no. This is clean.
This is the one I'm thinking of too.
It's a dark maroon one with I think it's maroon with a black interior.
Black interior. It's nice. Real nice.
It's two-door.
But you can go, two-door. You can go to smashedempiremedia.com. Right there on the main page, there's a link on the page where you can buy your ticket right there. There's a whole page that tells you a little bit more about Andy. Total Destruction is also doing a car raffle, which is really cool.
Auction.
I misspoke. Yeah, I correct that just about too.
Beautiful, beautiful Y-framer.
1965 Chrysler New Yorker that is going to be auctioned off. Highest bidder takes it home, and that is going to be auctioned off Saturday the 26th at Canandaigua Motorsports Park during the Ontario County Fair. So
it's a 40,000 mile car.
What?
It's mid 40,000.
I actually been chasing that car for years.
Hey, I'll be there. You
was.
send some money with me, and I'll bid for you.
No. I could have bought that back in the day. I don't want it.
Oh, okay.
No, there's some. Let me say real quick about Andy Wolfhanger. It was a very sad thing that happened. When something like that happens, his house garage burnt down while he's working on cars.
Yes.
We've all torched near gas tanks. We've all welded near gas tanks. This is one of them times where just think about it. This could have been any of us.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's really. I think that's why everyone's getting around Andy. He's a great guy. He's a true derby guy. Derbied tons of times. Great stuff. And it's just a sad thing that could happen to any of us. And when it happens, you got to step back and say, like, this could be me, and it wasn't. So let me just, if you could help a little bit, he's got kids, to think they woke up in the morning with nothing. They couldn't brush their teeth. They didn't have clothes.
Dude.
Help this out. I mean, just take a second for them.
And he built, him and his father and I think his uncle, they built that house themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember when I met Andy, they were working in that house.
It is a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful house. I've been there a few times and yeah, for sure.
No, it's sad, but if you can, and if you don't want to buy a $100 ticket, because $100 is a lot, but like Chris said, there's also you can go to GoFundMe. And
the links. I posted a link. I posted a link today that's got all the information in it. It tells you about both the cars. It gives you a link to the webpage where you can buy the ticket for the 75 or for the 75 Impala. There's a page there that's got pictures of the Chrysler that's going to be auctioned off as well, and it also has the link for the GoFundMe that Stephanie Jones set up. I don't want anybody to misunderstand that. I am not here saying that this is mine. I am not taking ownership of it at all. I am not saying that I did
We're
this
just
for
getting
him.
the word out.
I'm just trying to get the word out. I do not want this to be misunderstood. This is they announced this that this is something that I was trying to do at Yates County Fair. And it bothered me quick. And I got a hold of him. I said, this is a whole Northeast community that's doing this.
Yeah.
I am not doing this by myself.
This is
at
drivers
all.
helping drivers.
Yep.
This is everybody trying to come together. And this is the kind of stuff that we need the sport to do. Because this is, this is a tragedy, man. It happened out of nowhere.
And
Absolutely.
It happens more than you think. I mean, it's scary.
Yeah.
Definitely scary.
We got to kind of take care of each other because who else is going to take care of us? Let's kind of just stick together in little times of need like this. Please.
Absolutely.
He's a good guy. He deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, so what are you working on tonight? Besides sitting on the phone with us, what are you working on tonight?
Pulling the transmission out of my last night's car.
Well,
In pieces.
well, we wish you the best of luck. Be careful, doing the work on that. Be safe this week, and we look forward to catching up with you here this weekend over there at the Keystone Nationals.
All right, we'll see you guys up there. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, man. We appreciate it.
All right. Take care, guys.
Take care. And there goes Mad Mike DiFrischia, Mad Mike's Derby Shop. Glad he was able to spend some time with us. Congratulations to him on the win at Trumbull. Congratulations to Matt Menard coming away with the full-size win, and he absolutely destroyed a wagon that I guess he let Josh Buell borrow. Which
those guys give you cars back and forth. They're it's
in
open over there.
any case, it was crazy. But Matt Menard comes away with a win out there at Madison County Fair. It's a good deal for him, and that's it for us. Again, congratulations to Joe DeCarlo picking up that Gard Speed Shop. Well, they'll be in touch. That's going to do it for us. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, and we'll see you next week.
The new rules are just right. Set aside.
Let me try that again. That's the outro there. There you go.